Official shaking hands with the team captains. And we mentioned that a couple of captains for Crest, Traquan Hopper, Jared Brooks. Looks like Jaquan Brooks, one of the captains, the senior quarterback for the Red Raiders. And they're heading out, as you see there, to kind of find out who's going to get this opening kickoff. Rob, it is a late start, but you got to believe once this thing gets going, and you can feel it in here, tremendous intensity for this season opener.
Tell you what, guys, a lot of electricity here in the stadium tonight. And as you said, Tim, everybody got kind of loose and relaxed, but we're fixing to be back to edge of your seat excitement between these two teams.
Rob, you heard a couple of those scores. Kings Mountain got an early lead. Ashbrook, one thing about those teams that scored early, Rob, we mentioned it earlier in our pregame. All those teams can put up points, and they're going to do it this year.
Exactly right, Tim. That's a dangerous start for Burns. Ashbrook already up 7-0, and we talked about the lack of depth to come out and impact that Burns team. And what about Kings Mountain, guys? We talked about getting off to a quick start, the confidence they built from last week in the Jamboree, off to a wonderful start tonight against Hunter Huss.
So we're going to, as you see, great shot there. And Andy, tell us what has happened. We saw a little bit of that.
Crest won the toss, deferred to the second half. Red Raiders will get the football first.
So South Point will get it first. And we are almost ready to go here tonight. Red Raiders, as we mentioned, 13-1 a year ago, knocked out in the state quarterfinals by Concord Crest. Lost in the state title game to Southern Durham, 38-31, 14-2 season last year. Crest Chargers come in tonight, as you see, in their road white jerseys, white pants. They've got those Charger green and yellow numerals, and it looks like they've got a little bit of green on their sleeves as well, a little different uniform look this year.
Yeah, that's a new look for the white jerseys, the green slash on the shoulder there.
The home South Point Red Raiders, of course, Mickey Lineberger, they'll come out in their black jerseys, red pants, the red numerals. We are ready for our Jim and Jay's Pizza Factory opening kickoff. Senior Alex Trejo to kick things off. A couple of the return men for South Point include Jeffrey Persall. And we will send it over now. Getting started a little late, but great to have you along to the play-by-play voice of Crest Football here on KTCBroadcasting.com. Andy Foster.
The deep man, Tim, for the Red Raiders is Muse.
Yes.
Standing near the goal line. Trejo tees it up, and we're ready to kick off the 2014 season. Trejo with a kick. High, end over end. Muse takes it a foot deep in the end zone for the touchback.
So the Red Raiders will start 1st and 10 from their own 20. And we mentioned, Andy, Jaquan Brooks, the senior quarterback, 27-2 as a starter here at South Point. Has never lost a regular season game, as he'll bring them out 1st and 10 for this opening position.
Red Raiders, of course, normally in the red bone, but they come out in a spread formation. Double wides right, a receiver to the left, and Brooks under center. Brooks hands off right up the middle, and 2 or 3 to the 23.
Etherton on the tackle, and he got almost 4. So 2nd and 6 at the Red Raider 24.
Again, double wides right, a receiver left. Brooks under center with 1 back. Brooks handing off right up the middle and spinning for about 4 to the 28.
Yeah, it looked like Andy Brooks made the tackle, but it looks like the running back able to break away instead of earning 4. And Andy, anytime you can get 4 every time you touch that ball, the Red Raiders are doing, you're going to have good success.
Well, the Red Raiders are excellent at getting a couple extra yards by falling forward with the football. Now they are in the red bone with a receiver to the right side. Brooks under center. Brooks hands off left side. 1st down, Red Raiders to the 31, maybe the 32.
Tackle was made by Justin Foster.
Foster made the tackle. And Andy, 3 plays there and a first down. I believe that was for Saul on the carry. And it's 1st and 10 at the 32 of the Red Raiders.
Red Raiders in the red ball. Receiver split left side. Brooks under center. Brooks hands off.
Nowhere that time.
This is no game, maybe a loss.
Jared Brooks on the tackle.
It was Etherton on the carry.
Jared Brooks made the tackle, and Andy got a yard out of that. Thought he was hit at the line of scrimmage. Forward motion gave him a yard, but 2nd and 9.
Football just across the 28, or rather the 33 of the Red Raiders. Red ball, receiver left. Brooks under center. Brooks, quarterback keeper, spun down for no gain, maybe a loss.
Rob, these are going to be the plays tonight. You've got them in a 3rd and long situation. Possession. This is where your defense on a hot night needs to get off the field on a 3rd and long.
Exactly right. You want to keep them at 3rd and long, Tim. Get off the field now. The defense, big play here for the Chargers.
Yeah, big play early in this first 3 minutes of the game.
3rd and a long 9 at the 33. Red bone, receiver left side. Brooks under center. Brooks takes the snap, going to keep the football, going to throw it, and it is incomplete. And it was, if he had caught it, it would have been out of bounds.
Yeah, he had. That was Davis Ray, and Andy Ray, if he would have caught it, if not out of bounds, if he'd have been inbounds, would have been right at that marker. But couldn't do it, and South Point will have to punt. It'll be 4th and 9.
4th down, Red Raiders.
P.J. Brooks back to return this punt, I believe, for the Chargers.
Red Raiders.
Tyler Hall to punt, Andy.
Red Raiders will punt it from near the 25. Brooks at the Charger 35 receive. Big rush. There's the left-footed kick. Taken on the run by P.J. across the 35, 40-yard line.
Well, he took a shot. And good field position for the Chargers. Andy, 1st and 10 at their own 40. Andy, if you can keep South Point in 3rd and long tonight, you know Coach Barnes will be happy about that. Here comes Crest offensively, their first possession of the night. And they'll be led by Willie Green Jr., the junior quarterback for the Chargers.
Green brings him up.
Looks like Harbison in the backfield.
Gunn trips right. Receiver left side. Green takes the snap. Here is Green going to throw it wide open. 45, 50, 45-yard line in Red Raider territory.
Traquan Hopper, Andy. They bid on that run to Harbison and a gain of 14 up to the Red Raiders. You mentioned, let's give him 15 to the 45 of the Red Raiders. Great fake there by Green.
So 1st and 10 Chargers, the Red Raiders 45. Green in the gun with the no-huddle offense. Receiver left, double wides right. Harbison in the backfield.
Down to 11 on the play clock.
Green looking over for the play.
Like he might be changing.
Play clock running down under 5. Green to Harbison over the left side, and he's driven out of bounds after picking up a couple, maybe 3.
Good pursuit that time by the Red Raider defense, and it'll be 2nd and 7 at the South Point 43. If you're just joining us, this game 35-minute delay, no officials, but we are underway at the 8:33 mark. No score.
Chargers trips to the right side. Receiver to the left. Green in the gun. Harbison beside him in the backfield. Green takes the snap.
There's Harbison.
No, Harbison kept it, and he's breaking free down the sideline and run out of bounds at the 32 of the Red Raiders.
And Andy, did you see what he does so well? He looked like he may have went down around the 38, broke a tackle, got another 7 yards, and it's 1st and 10, and Harbison is tough. That we saw that last year, Andy. Not easy to bring down at 6'1", 215.
Spotted at the 34, 1st and 10 Chargers. Red Raider 34. Gun, double wides right, a receiver left side, one back. That is Trey Harbison. Green off to Harbison. Breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage. Not going to be pushed back. Maybe got a yard.
Probably good time that time by the Red Raiders of pursuit, good defensive pursuit to get the tackle.
That's exactly right, Tim. You want to make sure you get Harbison running sideline to sideline. Don't let them get ahead of steam going forward. Good job there, really a stretch in the field by South Point.
2nd and 9 at the 33. Trips right, a receiver left. Green in the gun with one back. Green with an audible.
He's trying to draw South Point offside.
Play clock now 10. Green takes the snap. Here's Harbison right up the middle, and he only gets about 3 to the 31.
Trying to pound it right in the middle, and it'll be 3rd and 6 for Crest. A big 3rd down on their opening possession. Now they're trying to drive deep into Red Raider territory.
Big 3rd down play here for the Chargers in Red Raider territory. Double wides left, receiver to the right. Green in the gun with one back. Man in motion. Green gonna throw it over the middle, incomplete at the 25-yard line.
Looked like Andy threw behind the intended receiver, Green did, and it's 4th down. And Andy, do you go for it here? You got a good kicker in Trejo, and it's 4th down and 7 from the 32. And I think they're thinking about going for it here. This would be a long field goal attempt.
So the offense stays on the field. 4th down and 6. Double wides left, double wides right.
South Point offsides, Andy.
No whistle.
I don't know why the flag wasn't thrown. It obviously came into the. That should have been a 5-yard penalty.
Now the official comes up to the line of scrimmage, the side judge.
He stepped all the way across. That should be a 5-yarder.
The discussion going on.
Not sure why the head official, Andy, didn't throw the flag. He was right behind it.
Encroachment against the Red Raiders.
A little bit of a delay, and now it makes it a little different at 4th and 1. Or 4th and 2, I should say, excuse me, at the 27. Do we see power here, Andy? Or do we see
maybe some play action?
No, they're going to be in the Wildcat here on 4th and 2.
Yep. Chargers in the Wildcat.
Harbison's back there.
Harbison the deep back. Omar Brooks is in the backfield as well. Here's Harbison over the left side, and he's got the 1st down as he goes near the 20.
We saw that formation work well last year on 4th and short. Got a good push up the middle, and that penalty was big as he's going to give Crest on the 4th and 2 a 1st down on about a 6-yard gain for Harbison.
1st and 10 Chargers, South Point 20. Gun, one back, Trey Harbison, double wide split to the right, a receiver to the left. Willie Green gets a play call from the bench. Green going to pitch it to Harbison down the left sideline. Trey still on his feet, run out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
That should be 1st and goal here, depending on the spot, Andy. Or are they going to spot it just outside the 10? I think it's maybe just a little shorter to be 2nd and less than 1 at the 11. Good job by Green there on that option play.
6:35 left in the 1st quarter with no score on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard, but the Chargers 2nd and 1 at the 11. Chargers are in the huddle.
Well, what they're doing, Andy, they're making sure that they may be measuring this right across on the Crest sideline.
Yeah, they have called for the measurement.
So it's very close.
James brought out on the field.
Rob, one thing you like about this drive, you've already had a 4th down. You've been able to convert. Good blocking on the outside, and this would be big to get an early score right now.
Definitely right, Tim. The Chargers here, you got a nice drive going. You definitely want to end this drive with points on the board, and this deep into Red Raider territory, preferably a touchdown.
2nd and 1 for Crest. Getting the chain set across the way.
Chargers are huddled up this time.
They're back in the Wildcat, Andy. It looks like Harbison's back there.
Harbison, the deep back in the Wildcat. A receiver split to the right side. Harbison gets a snap, trying to cut outside. He's got the first at the 8.
That's the most important part there. So it'll be 1st and goal. Another Pegram Insurance Charger first down. 1st and goal at the 8.
1st and goal. 8.
Chargers remain in the Wildcat with a receiver split right side.
Harbison back there again.
Trey takes the snap right up the middle, driving straight ahead inside the 5.
Maybe the 3 to maybe the 2, Andy's where they're spotting that. Let's see. Muse made the tackle. Of course, he's headed to Clemson next year.
So 2nd and goal at the 2.
Andy, you got to score here. No doubt about it, as Rob mentioned. You got to get points here, and they're going to stay in that power attack.
Chargers in the Wildcat, receiver split left side. Harbison takes the snap, up the middle, drives into the end zone for the touchdown, 6-0 Crest.
2-yard touchdown run by the junior. He, as we mentioned, led the team in rushing in 2013. Rob, great drive. You talked about an offensive line. We know that's going to be good again this year. Let's go down to you and see if Trejo can make it 0-0.
Thank you very much, Tim. Down here with Alex Trejo preparing to kick the extra point here for the Chargers. Notice Alex with a number change this year, wearing number 68 for the Chargers tonight. Waiting on the snap. There's the snap. The ball is down. The kick is up. And the kick is good. So on the scoreboard update, sponsored by Medical Arts Pharmacy. It's the Chargers 7, the Red Raiders 0. You're listening to Crest Charger Football on the WhatsAppShopper.com.
Oh no, it's total mayhem.
Hurry! Call your good neighbor.
You can't. They're not even there.
Why, they can't even lend a good hand. Oh. Relax. At Pegram Insurance, we've got you covered. Pegram Insurance Agency, 220 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, and in the Town and Country Shopping Center in Lincoln.
Chargers on the board first. 5:40 left first quarter. Crest 7, South Point nothing on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Alex Trejo with the Jam & J's Pizza Factory kickoff. Muse, the deep back, standing near the goal line.
Nice drive for the Chargers. 52 yards. They're actually 62 yards on that drive that led to the 2-yard touchdown run from Trey Harbison.
And we're awaiting the football.
Yeah, I think the officials, Andy, are still trying to adjust after the late start tonight.
Trejo tees it up. And there's the kickoff.
Boy, good-looking kick, Andy.
It's about 8 yards deep in the end zone, touchback.
So South Point will start once again from their own 20. 1st and 10, Crest able to get on the board first. Leads 7-0 on our Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard at the 5:40 mark.
That's what Coach Barnes wants, Dan. Tim. Too much baseball with Dan.
You did quite a few games this year in the summer during the Legion season.
But that's what Coach wants. It kicked in the end zone. Double wides left and right. Brooks under center with one back. Brooks, quarterback keeper, spins to about the 26-yard line, maybe the 27.
Yeah, that's what he does good, and he is master, and he broke a tackle. Malik Hopper brought him down, but he is going to be a key for Crest to have to try to slow down tonight.
2nd down 3, South Point at their own 27. Receiver left and right. Raiders in the red bone. Brooks handing up over the right side across the 30 to the 33. First down.
Willis made the tackle.
First and 10.
Etherton on the carry, and it's first and 10 Red Raiders.
32.
Redbone, receiver wide left and right. Brooks again under center. Brooks, quarterback keeper, cuts inside, and he's knocked down.
Yeah, almost broke away, but knocked down.
At the 36.
He almost broke out and got on the outside.
Pickup of 3 yards. It's 2nd and 7. 7-0 Crest. First quarter, 4:21 to play. Double wides left. Bone to the left side. Back to throw. Brooks steps up, hits his receiver to the 45, the 50, and pulled down in Charger territory at the 45.
Andy, that was number 21. Dono who caught it, but the big thing there is he broke about 3 tackles. Hopper made the tackle. And it's first and 10 at the 44, and Andy Crest got a tackle better. Stowe did a great job breaking away, and when you can get that pass play mixing in with the run, really makes this offense tough for the Red Raiders.
First and 10 at the Charger 44 for the Red Raiders. Redbone receiver left side. Brooks under center. Brooks got a man in motion, going to pitch it. And nowhere to go.
Great play.
Down for a loss.
Pearsall. Ramsey, Andy, the sophomore. Going to be a good one. Went in there to make the play and lost a yard. 2nd and 11 for the Red Raiders. Boy, did Ramsey shoot in there to make that tackle.
Could have been a big gainer if he had not been able to get in there and make that tackle. So a loss of 1, 2nd and 11 at the 45 of the Chargers for the Red Raiders. Double wides left. Brooks under center. Brooks rolling to his left. Keeps the football to the 40. 45 and tripped up at the Chargers 34.
And Andy, that's what makes him dangerous with his speed. Crest hesitated to get up to make the play. And Rob, you're talking about Jaquan Brooks. He shows you right there the kind of athlete he is. You got to get up there and make the play, and he can single-handedly take this game over offensively.
Yeah, guys, if there's one guy on that South Point team you don't want to be the one to beat you, it's Brooks. That young man can certainly do things with the football.
They haven't indicated a first down as yet. Yeah, now they do. So first and 10, Red Raiders, Charger 34. Redbone, receiver left and right. Brooks under center. Brooks, hands off, ball loose at the 35.
Got it, Andy. I believe there's a fight down there. Crest initially had it, but there's still a fight. Let's see who ended up getting it.
No indication as of yet. No.
Atherton fumbled it.
South Point football.
South Point, boy, that was a big play, Andy. That could have been a huge game changer in this first half, and give the Red Raiders credit. Willis thought he had it. Looked like they were battling for it. South Point, good job to get on it.
Football at the 34, no gain, 2nd and 10, South Point. At the Charger 34, 7-0 Crest. 2:32 left first quarter. Double wides right, receiver to the left. Brooks is under center. Brooks got a man in motion, going to pitch it left side, right side, and nowhere to go.
Maybe 2. And Andy, you saw the Crest speed there. Washam, Justin Foster. Andy, that time Crest covered all 3 phases of that red bone and did a good job, as it's 3rd and 8.
Football at the 32 of the Chargers, 3rd down, 8.
Got to get pressure here on Brooks. He's had some time to throw it on this drive.
Double wide split left, Brooks under center. Brooks rolling back, gonna throw it,
They got a man open
at the 22-yard line.
And you cannot give him that much time to throw it.
Pearsall made the catch.
Rob, you've got him where you want him, 3rd and 8. Another example of letting Brooks have too much time. And Rob, you would think that would be an advantage to Crest on 3rd and long. So at that point, great throws on this drive.
And that's one thing, guys, we know about Brooks is maybe one of the better passing quarterbacks we've seen out of the South Point offense. So you certainly have to respect the passing game this year for the Red Raiders.
Andy, they are throwing it on this drive.
1st and 10 at the Charger 21 for the Red Raiders. Red ball, receiver right. Brooks. Hands off. Nowhere to go.
Hit a brick wall. Andy, that was talking about that play earlier, that fumble that South Point, you talked about Butch Barnes not being able to talk about they can't get those turnovers. That was another one they could have had, not able to get it, and they kept this drive going.
So the Red Raiders have had a lot of 2nd and 3rd and longs in this
that's
drive.
where you want them. But
and they've been able to complete passes.
Yeah, got to give them a lot of credit. 2nd and 10, 50 seconds to go in this first quarter.
Double wides right, Brooks under center. Brooks hands off up the middle, a dive play over the left side to about the 18 maybe.
That may be the final play of this first quarter. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 6. Ramseur made the tackle. 3rd and 7. Let's see if they get another play off, or they're just going to wait and let this one go to the second quarter.
Down to 21 seconds left in the quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have to because it's down to 15 on the play clock. Got to get a play off here. There's 2 or 3 second difference. Down to 7, Andy, on the play clock.
Brooks under center, receiver left side. Brooks, quarterback keeper, and he spun down at the 15, short of the first down.
And that will wrap up this first quarter, and they will have a 4th and 3 when we come back.
After 1 quarter of play on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard, it's Crest 7, South Point nothing. This is Crest Chargers football on KTCBroadcasting.com.
If someone tried to sell you trouble, you wouldn't pay money for it. That's a product nobody wants. But without the right kind of maintenance for your car, that's what you get. Part of that maintenance should be regular oil changes. The folks at Rapid Pace Oil Change in Boiling Springs will take care of this aspect of maintenance for you. And Rapid Pace is an official state inspection station. So when your vehicle's state inspection date comes up, see the folks at Rapid Pace Oil Change, 201 South Main Street in Boiling Springs.
Ready for the second quarter. After 1 quarter on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard, Crest leads the South Point Red Raiders 7-0 on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. And for the Red Raiders, they are facing a fourth down, I should say, and 2. And that is a very generous mark on that play.
Yeah, I thought he was probably 3 yards short, but 4th and 2, and there's no doubt they're going to go for it. Down 7-0 here as we get ready to start this second quarter. They may give a little bit of a longer break in this kind of heat tonight.
Season opener for both squads. And this matchup of 2 old rivals, it could be the last in this series for a while, Tim.
Yeah, Andy, that was a great spot as we come back. I thought he was at least a yard or 2 behind there. So 4th and 2. Yeah, both Big South Conference rivals.
Redbone, receiver wide right.
Muse, Andy, is in the backfield.
Muse is behind Brooks. And it's Muse on the carry, and he stacked up and did not get the first down.
Andy, I knew we would see him on offense. Surprised to see him running the ball, though. We know he's a big guy, but you're going to, against that speed and power of Crest, going to be tough, and that's a big stop for this Crest defense to get them stopped on 4th down.
1st and 10 Chargers at their own 14-yard line.
Did a lot of damage on that drive, as you mentioned. South Point did through the air, but a big stop by a great defensive line for Crest, and they'll come out 1st and 10 at their own 14.
Chargers and the gun got double wides left and right. Willie Green, the quarterback. Harbison beside him in the backfield.
Gonna have to hurry, down to 5 on the play clock.
Green takes a snap. Gonna throw it.
He's got a
50, 40, 20, 15.
He's hit.
5. Touchdown, Crest Chargers.
There's a horse collar at the end, Andy. It wasn't called, but it doesn't matter because it's a touchdown. 89 yards. Let's see who called it. Green, Andy, we're going to find out. Rob Roop, who caught that pass? We're a little tough in the congestion down there.
I was on the opposite end of the field when he got a hold of the ball, and I was covered up because he was
That may have been Odom, Andy. Trey, I think it was Rob as we go down.
It may have been Tim. Thank you very much. Alex Trejo on to attempt the extra point for the Chargers. There's a snap. Ball is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. On the scoreboard update, sponsored by Medical Arts Pharmacy. It's now the Chargers 14, the Red Raiders 0. This is Crest Charger football on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Year-round fun begins at the Bargain Station brand name outlet on East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Keep cool with Baubles. Bobble in sets are just $6.99 and complete bottle sets are $9.95. You'll find luggage and bags, sporting equipment including golf clubs, grills for cooking, and much more. All at big savings to you. The Bargain Station name brand outlet, 4400 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, right next to Honda Motorcycles. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, Saturdays, 9 till 2. At Absolute Collision Center.
Chargers lead at 14-0 after an 89-yard pass completion for a score. Green to Odom. Chargers had that big defensive stand and come right back and get 7, Tim.
That was 86 yards that time. It was still a great play. 86-yarder there from Green to Odom as Crest gets ready to kick off now, up 2 touchdowns.
Trejo tees it up. Use the deep man for the Red Raiders. There's the kick, and it is going to be taken at the 2-yard line, back to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Oh, what a tackle.
Tripped up at the 40.
That was a good tackle by P.J. who may have saved a touchdown there. A great return by the Red Raiders.
Chargers on special teams, Dan, have been a little bit weak against returns so far this season.
Yep, and that was
1st and 10. Red Raiders are on 40, down 14-0 to the Chargers.
and there's still a little bit of debate on who caught that touchdown pass for the Chargers. Some are saying number 16. We don't have him on the roster, so we will double check that. I believe it was Odom. Whoever, there was a great play downfield though for Crest.
Brooks under center, got double wides left and right. Brooks keeps the football in trouble.
He's in serious trouble.
Slammed down back at the 35.
You can't hesitate against this defense, Andy. Chris Wallace, Omar Brooks. Andy, what about Omar? You talked about him last year, just a phenomenal football player.
And how did they spot the football there, Tim?
He lost 5, but he got back, I guess. I'm not sure, Andy, but it was only a 3-yard loss. So it's 2nd and 13.
They made the tackle and pushed him back about 7 yards down the field anyway. 2nd and 13, Red Raiders. Double wides left, Brooks under center. Brooks rolling to his left. Gonna throw the football, and is it caught?
No, it hit the ground.
Trapped over on the left sideline.
Brooks done a great job, Andy, giving himself time to throw it tonight. And it's third. This is where you want the Red Raiders. 3rd and 13. 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. Crest leads at 14-0 on a Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Great to have you along tonight on KTCBroadcasting.com. Of course, reminder that at halftime tonight it will be the Absolute Collision halftime show.
Receiver right. Slot to the right. Brooks under center. Brooks back to
He's in serious trouble.
Yeah, he's got him.
Omar Brooks, Andy. He just has not been able to be blocked so far tonight. Rob, When number one comes your way, my friend, he is a talented player, and Crest got some great pursuit there.
Guys, right now, it looks like South Point, instead of running the red bone, they're running the duck and cover because, man, there are some charges coming right now.
Well, there was a flag there, Andy, possibly, but they were just checking the spot of the ball.
4th and 22, or is that 3rd and 22?
Hall to punt.
Yeah, 4th and 22. And Hall will punt it from the 25.
South Point offsides.
Flag down. Delay a game, Red Raiders.
That's going to back it up. Andy, that really great example. Crest defensive line just dominated on that 3rd and long play.
They are coming back, and as I mentioned last week in the Jamboree, this is an attack defense, Tim. They are coming after you. Hall to punt it from near the 20 now. P.J. Brooks back to receive it. Brooks calls for a fair catch, fumbles it.
And he's got it back, I think, just barely.
Brooks got it at the 37.
Boy, Crest very fortunate there that Brooks got it. When you try to make that fair catch, Andy, got to immediately bring it in. And could have easily been a turnover for the Chargers.
Spotted at the 36. 1st and 10 there for Crest. 8:59 to play in the first half. Chargers lead the Red Raiders 14-0.
Crest 2 offensive possessions. They've scored twice. 1 on the ground, 1 through the air in this first half. And Andy, some confusion. We're already down to 10 on the play clock.
Chargers in the gun, double wides right, a receiver to the left side. Play clock at 5. Green.
They have to call a timeout. And Crest either called a timeout or we're going to have a penalty. I think
Chargers got the timeout.
They came out way too slow in the when they came out of the huddle, Andy. We were already down to 20 on the play clock. Came out onto the field. So very fortunate there they didn't get a penalty. So we will keep it here at the 8:34 mark. Rob, you saw a great play defensively there on that last possession for the Chargers. A couple of great plays. Let's talk about that pass play, Rob. Willie Green, they start out with the run. You really saw a good arm by Green on that touchdown pass a little earlier.
Yeah, guys, you saw a great arm by Green. You saw a great return, a great reception by Tyshawn Odoms to take it down to the field. And, man, he was making moves as he was going down through there. And we talked about that. If the Chargers get that kind of production out of their passing game, it's going to be an exciting year to watch these Chargers.
1st and 10 Chargers. They're on 36. Crest in the gun with double wides right, receiver left side. Harbison in the backfield. Man in motion for Crest. Harbison on the carry. Right up the middle across the 40 to the 41. Picks up 5.
The junior Troy Harbison. Talked about that state championship game last year. Had 120 yards rushing in that loss and 2 touchdowns. Remember that title game back in December. 2nd and 5 at the 42 of Crest.
Double wides left and right. Green in the gun. Harbison beside him in the backfield. Green with an audible. Play clock.
Never started. Not sure why that is. Certainly an advantage to the Chargers.
Green. An inside handoff, midfield, 45, 43-yard line.
That's Husky, Andy, who came in motion. It's another speedster and gets a nice gain. And Andy, some of the fans upset from South Point because the play clock never ran that time, and Crest had all the time in the world.
1st and 10 at the 42.
So an inside handoff to
Husky.
Devontae Husky.
Husky, of course, the junior running back.
So 1st and 10 Chargers in Red Raider territory at the 42. Green.
There's Harbison.
To Harbison. Big hole. Harbison breaks outside. Pulled down from behind.
That's horse collar, Andy.
Horse collar going to be called.
Yeah, they called it that time. That was the only way they were going to get him down. Muse got him down, and it's going to be, could be 1st and goal. 15 yards, and Andy, right now, for the Red Raiders, they have no answer right now for this Crest offense. See where it moves it after the 15-yard penalty.
They'll mark it off from the 13. It'll be half the distance, I imagine, Tim.
When you watch Harbison run, he's 215, Andy, but he didn't look like a 215-pounder running downfield that time.
First and goal at the 7 for the Chargers.
Are they on the Wildcat here?
Yep. Chargers in the Wildcat. Receiver split to the left side. Harbison cuts back up the middle down to about the 4.
This is a big score. Chance to go up 3 possessions on the Red Raiders as we are halfway through this second quarter.
Second and goal at the 4. 6:35 left in the first half. 14-0 Crest.
They'll stay in that power package.
Receiver right side. Here's Harbison.
He's going to throw it. No, he keeps it.
Harbison over the right side. Got in for the score.
Got a late flag, Andy, that came in after he jumped in the end zone for the score. So this may be coming back. Wonder if we had a hold there on the outside.
First flag thrown against the Chargers.
Yep. Really hadn't seen a lot of flags either way so far in this game.
Nope. Which is usually the case on a...
They're going to wave it off.
Pick up the flag.
It's a touchdown. I don't know if there was maybe some hold they thought went on out there. Trey Harbison, his second touchdown of the night, this time from 4 yards. Rob Harbison's went in from 3 and from 4, and it's 20-0 as we go down to you.
Tell you what, Tim, great performance to start this game by the Chargers. Like I heard one of the fans behind me say, don't forget you're up 21-0 in the state championship game, so continue to stay focused and play hard. Here's the extra point for Trejo. There's the snap. Ball is down. The kick is up. And it looks like the kick is good. So on the scoring update sponsored by Medical Arts Pharmacy, the Chargers are now ahead 21-0. This is Crest Charger Football on KTCBroadcasting.com.
For you, including a complimentary rental car. Come in for the details. Yes, wrecking your car is certainly a bummer, especially if you are just visiting this summer. Do not despair, a save is what you need. Hitting a home run is how to take the lead. With speed and efficiency, our repairs round the bases, all for the simple payoff of your smiling faces. Absolute Collision Center, 2314 South Post Road in Shelby. Call 704-482-3616 or visit their website at AbsoluteCollisionCenter.com.
Crest now leads 21-0 on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. 6:21 to play first half. Trey Harbison got it in from 4 yards out of the Wildcat.
Coming up at halftime, I want to remind you the Absolute Collision Halftime Show. We'll have first half stats, scoring summary. We'll also be giving you, of course, that stats will be sponsored by Putnam Distributors and much, much more coming up at halftime tonight.
Alex Trejo will kick it off. Muse, the deep man, standing near the goal line. There's the kick. And it is into the end zone for the touchback. Third kickoff in the end zone by Trejo so far tonight.
Quite a weapon to have. Here are the Crest Chargers. So here come the Red Raiders. And Andy, the Red Raiders right now, you need a big score here right before the half to try to cut into this 21-0 Crest lead.
Yes, and 14, East Lincoln 14 at halftime.
Brooks brings him up. He's got a wide receiver left and right. He's in the red bone. Brooks hands off up the middle, maybe a yard or two.
That's Etherton, excuse me.
And one of the Chargers lost their helmet, and they will have to come out. That's Jared Brooks.
Andy, we want to clarify that was Tyshawn Odom on the touchdown. He's number 16 in this ball game on that 86-yard touchdown catch earlier in this quarter.
Double wides left, a receiver to the right on 2nd and 8. Brooks under center. Brooks, quarterback keeper, pitches the football.
Nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. Loss of a yard, maybe two.
Rob, you talked about playing every facet of this offense defensively, and Crest is really doing a good job of that so far in this game.
You know, whenever you play against this offense, you've got to have somebody with the quarterback, the fullback, and the pitch man. Right there, good job by the Chargers of staying with the pitch man.
It's 3rd and 10 for the Red Raiders.
Football at their own 20. Brooks sends double wides left and right. One back of the backfield behind Jaquan Brooks. Brooks hands off up the middle for a yard or two.
Didn't try to throw it that time. At that point, Red Raiders will be punting. Crest, Andy, winning both lines of scrimmages so far in this ball game.
4th down, 8. Red Raiders, they're on 22.
P.J. Brooks back there. Of course, Andy, when, probably later this season, we'll see P.J. sharing some time with Jordan Oates on these punt returns.
Hall will punt it from the 15. Brooks at the Charger 45. There's the kick. A low liner that Brooks will let
it
hit.
go. Good field position for Crest.
He's going to die at the Charger 45.
So Crest, Andy, has scored on all 3 of their offensive possessions tonight. What are your thoughts so far about this first, really 19, 20 minutes of this game?
Impressive debut for Willie Green the second.
And Andy, the delay didn't affect, who knows, may have affected South Point a little bit. Didn't really, and that 4th down play I thought was really big that Crest made to stop the Red Raiders as they were driving to possibly tie it up late in the first quarter.
Green brings him up again in the shotgun. He's got double wide split left and right. Harbison in the backfield.
They're not going to get the playoff, Andy. And Barnes is Mark Barnes is very upset because there again, Andy Crest took all the time in the world and it's going to cost him a second timeout with 3:47 to go. And you know, Coach Barnes, when he wasn't too happy with that, way too slow getting on the field.
That is not what Coach Barnes wants out of this offense.
No, you don't want to have to blow a timeout coming right off the sideline there, as we'll keep it right here.
Next Friday night, home opener for the Chargers as the Green Wave comes in. The Ashbrook Green Wave, no stranger to the Chargers.
They played twice last year, if you remember. Of course, they played over in Gastonia, played in round 2 of the 3AA playoffs. Both were very close football games.
But the Chargers prevailed.
Yes, they did. And a lot of talk about that Green Wave team being a really good one in 2014. Had an early lead on Burns tonight.
Got a man in motion. Green back to throw. Swings it left side. Incomplete at the 48. Intended for 81.
That's Quentin Thompson. And that time Thompson really was not able to get set. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Crest up 3 touchdowns. Would love to add a little more here before the half.
Double wide right. Receiver to the left. Green in the gun with one back. Green keeps the football and goes nowhere.
Good pursuit that time by the Red Raiders. And it'll be 3rd and 10. That didn't fool anybody in the red and black. Good play by South Point.
That's slow. Very played. Slow in development.
Yeah. So 3rd down and 10 for the Chargers. They're on 45.
Gun, double wides are left and right. Harbison in the backfield. Green with an audible. Play clock at 12. Green gets the football. He's going to throw it.
Got a man wide open.
Caught and then dropped at the 34.
Should have been caught, and you got to make those plays. He threw it right in the middle, kind of a seam route. Couldn't bring it in.
Green putting it right on the money.
Yep. The only thing I would say there, Andy, a little bit high, but that's a play you really got to make as this season goes on. And for the first time tonight, we'll see Alex Trejo punting for the Chargers.
3:03 to play first half. It's 21-0 Crest. Trejo to punt it from his own 35. Good snap. Trejo with the left-footed kick. It goes across the 30, across the 25, and will die at the 19.
Didn't have a lot of air originally, Andy, but it did get a nice roll. So South Point, 2:51. Remember, they have all three, I believe, of their timeouts left as they come back out down 21-0 to Crest on our Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard and the season opener tonight.
Double wides left for the Red Raiders. Brooks under center. Brooks rolling to his left and keeps the ball, and he loses back to the 15. Omar Brooks.
Andy is all over the field tonight.
Second 14.
How would you like to try to plan to block that young man this season?
He was virtually unblockable last year, and even better so far this year, Tam.
Rob made a good point, though, Andy. Remember, just go back 7 months ago, Crest was up 21-0 in the state title game. Obviously, the stake's not as high tonight, but you got to be focused. 2 minutes to go in this first half.
Second and 14, Red Raiders. Double wides right. Brooks under center. Brooks rolling back to throw.
He's down again.
He's tripped up back inside the 10.
Rob, we've talked about Brooks throwing it. He's done great, but this is right now, Rob, this is not South Point's offense that they would like to run on a regular basis.
Well, Jim, I tell you one thing, give a lot of credit to this defense down here as they come off the field. The defensive coach is talking to the players and are really proud right now the way they are playing their assignments and the way the job they're doing right now. They are staying at home and they know who they have.
An amazing first half defensively for Crest tonight.
Third and 19, Red Raiders back at the 8-yard line. Brooks under center. Brooks.
Ball's on the ground. It's still on the ground.
Ball loose.
Crest has got it.
Gets it at the 10.
It looked like it hit Brooks' foot, Andy, when it initially went down, and Crest gets the first turnover of the night. And I would say Red Raiders offensively just completely out of sync right now. Jerry Brooks picked up the fumble, and you got time here, and you've got a timeout, 1:11. This would be a huge, huge score right before the half.
The ball at the 12-yard line. Crest brings the offense up. Double wides right, a receiver left side. Green in the gun. Green. Going to throw it incomplete. Had a lot of pressure in the backfield.
Yeah, good pursuit that time, Andy. That was Ledford, John Ledford, who almost was hitting right when he threw it, and Green had to rush that one, underthrew it. And it will be second down and 10 with 51 seconds to go. Definitely in field goal range here. That's one thing to think about.
Chargers have one timeout left. Second and 10 at the 12. Trips right, a receiver left side. Willie Green in the shotgun. Green.
This is a straight play to
Harbison cuts inside to the 10, and he's down to the 5.
It's going to be third down and about 3 from the 5, maybe the 4. Crest, as you mentioned, timeout, and they're going to use it here with 37 seconds to go.
Screen was set up pretty well, but good defense by the Red Raiders to keep Harbison out of the end zone.
They did a good job, you're right, for covering to make that tackle. Give them a lot of credit. Ball is at the 5. Third down.
Charger timeout. They lead at 21-0 over the Red Raiders on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard.
Andy, Trey Harbison, 102 yards now on the ground along with his 2 touchdowns. And I think, Coach Barnes, if you cannot convert here, Andy, you definitely want to get 3 more points on the board here before halftime.
But you have no timeouts left, so you got to get out of bounds some way or other.
Or pass play maybe into the end zone that's either got to be called or incomplete. Of course, Rob Roop will be with head coach Mark Barnes as he takes the Chargers into the locker room tonight at halftime. It's 3rd and 3 at the 5, so Crest can still get a first down.
Double wides right, a receiver left. Gun one back. Green takes a snap. Rolling to his right. Still rolling. Goes to the end zone.
Touchdown. He's got a man wide open.
It is a touchdown.
Tyshawn Odom, Andy, just broke away from his defender and just stood in the corner of the end zone for the touchdown. So 2 touchdown passes tonight for Willie Green, 2 on the ground from Trey Harbison, and it is 27-0. Rob, I watched Odom on his route there. Did a great job of getting himself positioned right in that corner of the end zone.
And guys, the one thing you had to like there, when Willie Green came around the side, he kept those shoulders square and was still looking down the field, and he was able to find his receiver. A great job there on both ends. Trey took the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. All the scoreboard update sponsored by Medical Arts Pharmacy. It's now the Chargers 28, the Red Raiders 0. This is Crest Chargers football on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Hi, this is Woody Durham for Doctors Doug Stroud, Jim Wilson, and Craig Thompson at Family Dental Care in Shelby. No matter the age, kids, teenagers, and adults, Dr. Stroud, Wilson, and Thompson will take care of your dental needs. They have over 50 years' experience serving the people of Cleveland County. Call 704-482-3281 for Family Dental Care at 416 West Warren Street in Shelby. That's Doctors Doug Stroud, Jim Wilson, and Craig Thompson. Kids love them, and you will too.
Chargers lead at 28-0 over South Point on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. 31.5 seconds left in the first half. A dominating Charger performance in the first half.
Be interesting to look at these first half stats at halftime tonight. There's no doubt it's been all Crest. Willie Green, 2 touchdown passes. Willie Green Jr. Trey Harbison, as we mentioned, 2 touchdowns on the ground.
Trejo will kick it off again. And it is taken by Muse at the 2, up to the 10, 15, 20. Tries to get outside and pulled out at the 26.
That was Jaleel Feaster who made the tackle. Andy, if you're the Red Raiders, do you take maybe a shot at a bomb downfield? It's certainly not the kind of offense they want to run. Brooks coming back on the field. And, of course, Andy, remember who gets the ball to start the second half? The Crest Chargers do, which is not a good thing for the Red Raiders.
Down to 10 seconds. Clock running. Brooks takes the snap, hands off over the left side, and then about 8 yards, and that'll do it for the first half.
So at the half, it's all Crest. They lead at 28-0. Rob Root, you know Coach Barnes has got to be happy. We'll go down to you when you got him on that Crest sideline.
Yeah, guys, you see Coach Barnes coming away trying to put his headphones up. Let's see if we can get to Coach Barnes before he gets to the locker room. Coach, thoughts on the first half?
Obviously we played good. Our defense has done a great job. It's a veteran group. They've seen a lot, and we seem to be playing all phases of the option well. And offensively, we've had some explosive plays, and I say all along, our ability to throw and run the football is a little bit different. So running it's going to be a little easier for us because they got to get people out of the box, and our guys have made plays, and I'm proud of them. But we got to play one more half. We got a lot of respect for them.
Coach, good luck in the second half. We'll send it back up to you guys.
Okay, Robert, thank you very much. We are in our Absolute Collision halftime show. Crest leads South Point 28-0, and we're coming back with more Crest football on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Nissan. Those are the powerhouse of vehicles you'll find at Marburger in Shelby. Plus quality pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. And of course, a service department that is second to no one. So when you're in need of a new vehicle, see Marburger at 1310 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Keep the Christmas spirit year-round. Come to Sandy's Country Christmas. You'll find Christmas items, of course, plus seasonal merchandise such as Valentine, Easter, Vacation Bible School, patriotic, and Thanksgiving items. And there's always a good selection of flowers for just 99 cents. Sandy's is open year-round, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., never on Sunday. Sandy's is open Thanksgiving Day to Christmas Eve, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sandy's Country Christmas, Highway 74 West, 2 miles past Ingalls in Shelby.
Since 1983, Bill Shuford Heated and Air has been providing dependable service and quality products to Cleveland County and the surrounding area. And the tradition continues today with quality American Standard heating and air conditioning. Just give Bill Shuford Heating and Air a call at 704-484-0025. For Bill Shuford Heating and Cooling, 213 Camel Street in Shelby, your American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, where your comfort is our concern. It's the 90th Annual Cleveland County Fair, September 25th through October 5th. Make plans now to be there. On the Midway, it's pig racing, Leon Jacobs, Act Monsters Chainsaw Demonstration, the Tumbleweed Crossing Wild West Show, and on the grandstand, it's the Demolition Derby and much more. So join us for the fun, the 90th Annual Cleveland County Fair, September 25th through October 5th. The Cleveland County Fair at the Cleveland County Fairgrounds. Keep warm this winter and save money too with the new Echo SunTech infrared heater from Cleveland Lumber Company in Shelby. It's a 3-in-1 product, an infrared heater, a humidifier, and an air purifier with a 5-year factory warranty on the PTC heat element. The Echo SunTech infrared heater allows you to heat by zones instead of an entire area. Zone heating allows you to keep unoccupied areas cooler than normal, thereby reducing your heating bill. See one today at Cleveland Lumber Company, 217 Arrowwood Street in Shelby. Good credit, bad credit, no credit? Apply today and ride today at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Pick up this week's What's Up Shopper for some great deals with zero money down and rates as low as 2.99%. See the new Polaris Ranger 500 Crew for as low as $10,000. The brand new Yamaha Grizzly 125 is only $35.99. And for the lake, get the 2014 Yamaha Superjet for only $71.50. Full Throttle Power Sports. Exit 22 off I-85 in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
Welcome back to Lineberger Stadium here in Belmont and KTCBroadcasting.com, the home of Crest football. Crest and South Point, as we welcome you into the Absolute Collision halftime show. It's been all Crest in this first half. They lead South Point 28-0 on our Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Tim Foster, Amy Foster, Austin Bishop, Rob Rubin, Andy Foster. Great to have you along tonight. A game that was delayed 35 minutes. Didn't have officials to kick this off, and when it did, the Chargers got rolling tonight. And Andy, what a first half performance by Crest on both sides of the ball. This is a team that looked hungry from the kickoff tonight.
And you got to salute the Crest Charger coaching staff, Tim. They really had this Crest team prepared for this battle in Belmont tonight.
Well, let's look at our first half scoring summary. It's sponsored by Putnam Distributors, and after South Point was driving and they could not finish the drive, had to punt it. Crest on their opening possession got a couple of big plays, and including, Andy, remember on that opening possession, they had to convert a 4th and 2 inside the South Point 20, and eventually they would get the 2-yard touchdown run from junior Trey Harbison. Extra point was good by Trejo, and it was 7-0 Crest. Crest would add to that, and they got the ball right back at the 11-11 mark. Well, I say they got it back. South Point did have a nice drive. Remember, that was the possession where they went for it on 4th down, and Crest was able to stop them on a 4th and short. And then it was Willie Green, Jr. to Tyshawn Odom, and Odom, Andy, went right down the Crest sideline, kept cutting in, weaving, breaking tackles, and got to the end zone for that big touchdown pass.
Yeah, spectacular run after the catch by Odom, and the Chargers got that passing game cranked up on that one big play.
Crest would score again at the 6:21 mark of the second quarter. Second touchdown of the night by Trey Harbison, a 4-yard touchdown run. Trejo's kick was good, and Crest had a 21-0 lead. And then it was Crest after South Point had a fumble deep in their own territory. Crest took advantage of it. They got a 4-yard touchdown pass, the second of the night from Green to Odom. Extra point was good, and it was 28-0. Great job offensively, but even better, Andy, Crest has dominated the line of scrimmage, especially since the second quarter.
What a great effort defensively up front by Omar and Jared Brooks and Willis. They were really attacking the South Point quarterback, Jaquan Brooks.
Let's look at the first half stats for the Crest Chargers. Sponsored by Putnam Distributors, and they were led on the ground. No surprise, Trey Harbison, 14 carries, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns for the junior running back. Devontae Husky had 1 carry for 16 yards. Traquan Hopper had a carry for 15 yards. Willie Green had 1 carry for no yards. Through the air, Andy Willie Green Jr., 3 of 7 in that first half. 2 touchdown passes, 106 yards passing. He went to the 2 receptions, of course, one to Tyshawn Odoms, 2 catches, 91 yards, 2 touchdown receptions, 1 reception, 15 yards for Traquan Hopper. Crest in that first half had 9 first downs, no turnovers, and no yards and penalties. And they ended up with 224 total yards, 118 on the ground, 106 through the air. And Andy, it's been a while since we've seen that balance by Crest offense.
Yeah, a great balanced offensive effort. We talked about it in the pregame, Tim. Balanced offense was one of my keys for Crest, and they've been able to do that so far.
For the South Point Red Raiders in that first half of play, they were led on the ground by Rylan Etherton. He had 11 carries, 28 yards. Jaquan Brooks, the senior quarterback, 9 carries for 8 yards. Jeffrey Purcell had 2 carries for 3 yards. Ben Washam had 2 carries for -1 yards. Tanner Buse had a carry for no yards. Through the air, Jaquan Brooks was 2 of 4, 33 yards passing. He hit Purcell, 1 reception for 11 yards. Donovan Stowe had 1 reception, 22 yards.
How you doing, Stevie?
South Point ends up with 5 first downs in that first half, 1 turnover, 25 yards and penalties, and Andy only 72 total yards of offense in the first half for the Red Raiders. That's a look at our first half stats sponsored by Putnam Distributors. Big thanks to Amy Foster, who is sweating like the rest of us tonight in a brutally hot and humid press box here at Red Raider Country. Crest leads at 28-0 on our Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. We're coming back with more of our Absolute Collision halftime show after this.
It's America's Mattress Sale at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby. Save now on the 2013 Inventory Reduction Sale. All 2013 mattress sets must go. Get free delivery, free setup, free haul away. Get the sleep you need, guaranteed. Save on the Serta Perfect Sleeper for only $299 for queen size. Get special 12-month financing, and Big Pillows just $39. America's Mattress from Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center, 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. The easiest way home is with Homestar Financial Corporation in Shelby. Bob Webb invites you to come in and talk with one of their financial specialists about your new home, from conventional loans to FHA to VA and to USDA. And all loan programs are available to qualified buyers. Homestar Financial manages the entire mortgage process with outstanding customer service that produces a high level of customer satisfaction. Find out more today. Visit Homestar Financial Corporation, 306 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, or call 704-482-2588. Honda's line of 4-Trax Rancher all-terrain vehicles are America's favorite ATVs because they're always improving. That's especially true with the all-new 2014 Ranchers, like the new double cradle steel chassis and aggressively styled bodywork that's just as tough as it is good-looking. So head on down to Honda of Shelby, Highway 74 Bypass East in Shelby, and see the entire 2014 Honda Rancher line. You'll see why these midsize ATVs are truly the best on earth. Honda of Shelby, Highway 74 East.
Medical Arts Pharmacy is your locally owned independent hometown pharmacy. Unlike the big chain stores, Medical Arts Pharmacy calls you by name and treats you like family and friends, not a number. Medical Arts has more National Board certified technicians and personnel than other pharmacies to keep down your waiting time on prescriptions. Online refills at medicalartsofshelby.com. Medical Arts Pharmacy, 108 Grover Street near the hospital in Shelby. Call 704-487-8068.
Service. That's hard to find when it comes to lawn and garden equipment. Not anymore. Head to Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain. Parker Farm Service services all major brands, makes, and models. Call Mary McHenry to set up your appointment at 704-259-6130. And Parker Farm Service welcomes Kenny Barbie to their service department. 24-hour turnaround with in-house parts, plus delivery and pickup is available. Parker Farm Service on Bessie Drive at the Highway 74 Bypass, Oak Grove Road intersection in Kings Mountain. Check out the new storage buildings at the Roundup store in Shelby. Come see the new vinyl siding storage building and the new T111 wooden siding building. And the Roundup Store's wooden buildings are built to last and last. And check out their line of beautiful kitchen cabinets. Make your dream kitchen a reality. The Roundup Store, 1610 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Open 8:30 till 5:30 Monday through Friday, 8:30 till noon on Saturday. Online at roundupshelby.com.
Back live at Lineberger Stadium as we get ready for the third quarter. All Crest in the first half. They lead it 28-0 over the South Point Red Raiders on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard.
Welcome into the final minutes of the Absolute Collision halftime show. Great to have you along tonight on KTCBroadcasting.com. And Rob Roop, let's go back down to you, Rob. Stats really told a lot of what we saw in that first half. Crest outgained them 222-72. Crest, 9 first downs. But Rob, one thing that I was really excited about, obviously other than a great defensive performance, really balanced offensively as well for Crest.
Yeah, Tim, I think Coach Barnes made a great half going into halftime. That the offense is different this year for Crest, and they can do different things, and we've seen it through the air, we've seen it through the ground, and with the Crest running game, you always knew it was great. Well, now you open that up because you got a little passing game. It's going to allow the ground game to be even better, and because you have such a good ground game, then guys have to respect that. So you're going to have some guys open. You just got to make the catches, and your quarterback make the throws. So very impressed in that opening half of the Crest offense.
Rob, we talked about focus for 4 quarters. You know, we saw Crest. We mentioned it in our pregame. They had great first halves, maybe a bad second half last year. Or good, first half. And so far, second half, vice versa, a lot of back and forth. Finish strong, I think, is important tonight, right, Rob?
Yeah, exactly right, Tim. The thing that I think for this team to go to the next level to EA state champion now, down, now you finish it. Now you put the game away. You're 28-0. You've shown South Point that you're here to play. You've come in, you've hit them right in the mouth. Now you walk out here in the second half and you put them away. The Chargers are going to get the ball to start the half. Be interesting to see what they do with the ball offensively.
Good observations, Rob Roop. Andy, your thoughts on Willie Green Jr. in that first half at the quarterback position for Crest?
Well, the thing that impressed me more than anything else, Tim, is how he ran this offense like he had been around this program for the last 3 or 4 years. Stepped in and really took over the offense and leading it up and down the field.
Of course, everybody remembers his dad, Andy, Willie Green, receiver for the Carolina Panthers, Denver Broncos. I remember watching Willie make a touchdown catch in that very first ever home playoff game for Carolina versus Dallas, and I believe in 95, 96, somewhere in that time frame. Of course, he was on a couple of Super Bowl teams with the Denver Broncos. You talk about he knows what it takes to win at any level, at the highest level, and Willie has played well so far. But the thing I'm looking at in the second half, Andy, can the Chargers continue to stay focused, because we still got 2 quarters to play. It's a Red Raiders team we know that can attack and attack quick. We'll see how their focus is in this second half.
And as usual, Tim, the opening possession is important in a football game. The Chargers get the kickoff first, and they need to make something happen to begin that third quarter.
Yeah, no doubt about that. That's going to be very, very important. We're about to wind down as you see the Chargers finishing their warm-ups. The Absolute Collision halftime show, as we said, big thanks to all of our crew tonight. Austin Bishop up above us tonight on camera. Miss Amy Foster doing stats. Want to wish Amy an early happy anniversary. We'll be celebrating 4 years, Andy. You said many times you weren't sure about that. During those years, but maybe I shouldn't have mentioned that. But anyway,
you hadn't got to number 5 yet.
That's right. Get a couple of laughs going on as we see these final couple of minutes of the first half wrapping up. And Andy, we see our officials, as you can see if you're watching the broadcast tonight, and really interesting story that they came in as late as they came in. But I got to give them a little credit. They've done a solid job, really having very little time to prepare at all tonight.
And the thing I've liked about the officials, not a bunch of flags, which we have seen most of the time in early season games in the area, Tim.
Yeah, letting these 2 teams play so far tonight. The Chargers were making their way back on the field, and as you've seen different shots tonight, Andy, we talked about the neon. The neon colors were big tonight. Crest fans were excited about that. And we'll be interested to see if that trend continues as this season goes on for the visiting Charger faithful throughout the year. They're calling it the glow out. Yes, is what they had planned for. Andy, what about Alex Trejo? He's kicked it well also in that first half.
Yeah, he's got most of his kickoffs into the end zone, and his extra points have been right on target.
I tell you, Rob, you talk about different aspects of coming into this place. You know how tough it is into this place. I think it's even surprising both of us that they got this kind of lead at the first half. We know we got a long way to go, but what a performance in that first half.
Well, Tim, and something else to think about really was that delay. How we talked about how would it impact them. It threw off the pregame routine, and let's be honest, Coach Barnes is a pregame routine guy. What he does, at a certain time, this happens, this happens, this happens. And that really threw him off in the first half. But see, they came out focused, and like we said, I think we could have put in an order for a better half of football for the Chargers against these Red Raiders. I mean, I'm still convinced by the end of the season, South Point's going to be a tough playoff team that somebody's going to see. So I'm just surprised to see the Chargers just come out here and really play as well as they have in the first half.
We talked about a hungry team. It seems like we've seen that tonight so far.
And the players have talked about that. Coming off of last year's defeat in the state championship game, they want to get back. They want another shot at it. And, guys, I know we'll talk about this as we go into the season, but here we are, the 20th anniversary of the first state championship for the Chargers in 1994. Man, it sure would be exciting. And, guys, an injury update right quick. From what I've understood on the field and don't know for sure, we're hearing that Ashbrook has lost their starting quarterback to a concussion in that game. So that's the word down here on the field.
6'6" Austin Mitchell, that's correct, right?
Yes, and that is, you talk about a big loss for a team, that would be a huge loss losing that senior for that Ashbrook team.
Andy, that's a big thing we're going to have to watch for next Friday night because he is a big-time player.
And usually if you go out with a concussion, Tim, you don't play the next week.
No, that's an interesting, we'll have to keep an eye on that with the Green Wave in the weeks to come. We're ready for this second half kickoff, sponsored, of course, by Jim and Jay's Pizza Factory. South Point to kick it off as we send it back over to Andy Foster with a play-by-play action this
Farmer will kick it off for the Red Raiders, and Roseboro and Brooks are deep at the 10.
An onside kick.
And Crest recovers it at the 48.
I say onside. I guess you could have caught a little squib too, Andy, but good job by the Chargers to get on it. And
Malik Benson on the kickoff.
So Crest gets great field position again to begin their first offensive possession of the third quarter.
And Andy, we've stopped play for some reason. Not sure. Wait a minute, we may have had a penalty. They're going to reset the. They're going to add 12 seconds back on the play clock, Andy. The clock ran for a little while after the initial kick. So Crest with that's a big risk for the Red Raiders down 28-0. They tried to catch Crest sleeping a little bit, but Crest great field position.
Green in the gun. Double wide slap receiver right side. Green going to throw it right side. Caught at the 45-yard line of the Red Raiders.
That was Quinn Thompson. Thompson's a 6-foot junior. And Willie Andy playing a really good game so far tonight in his debut for the Chargers in 2014. It'll be 2nd and 3 from the Red Raider 45.
Green again in the shotgun. Got double wide left, receiver wide right. Green to Harbison. Big hole up the middle across the 40 to the Red Raider 38. First down, Crest.
Rob mentioned when he gets ahead of steam, he is hard to bring down. One thing that's a little bit different for the Red Raiders, Andy, in their defense is you have a lot of guys playing both ways. And as this game goes on tonight, you see Brooks, as a matter of fact, coming back out off the defensive side of the ball. Actually, he's going to stay out on this first down play defensively.
1st and 10, mark it at the Red Raider 37. And a whistle. And a delay out there. The equipment problem for South Point.
Equipment issue. Or they've either something is up with the equipment there. And Andy, I believe that was Donovan Stowe having some equipment issues having to come out. Halftime score, Andy, it's updated. Kings Mountain leading Huss 21-0. So it looks like the Mountaineers are in great shape to win their season opener tonight.
First and 10 Chargers, 37 of South Point. Trips left to receiver right. Green to Harbison. Harbison can't get outside. He's going to lose a couple, maybe 3.
Great job on the outside. Tyler Hall did not let him get in that side. And that's the way you want to try to slow down the big man, stretch him out. Good job there by Hall for the Red Raiders.
Loss of 2 to the 39. It's 2nd and 12 for the Chargers.
We've played almost 2 minutes of this second half.
Crest gun with 2 backs. Double wides right, a receiver left side. Green going to throw it. Goes over the middle and
Tempting, caught by Crest.
The Chargers catch it.
Yep.
Down near the 10-yard line.
We may have an injured Charger too, Andy, that took a shot when that was coming in. I think he was the one that got hit. And he is hurt, and I believe who brought the catch, and Preston Husky caught it after he was tipped, hit by a Charger and a Red Raider. But we've got an injured Charger around the 28 who took a shot. Quentin Thompson is the injured Charger going to the sideline. He's up on his feet.
Quentin gets up and...
talking about a nice break there for the Chargers.
Quentin gets up, walks to the sideline. Looked like he got hit square in the back.
First and goal at the 10, I believe.
Chargers first down inside the 10. Double wides left, receiver to the right. Harbison right up.
Still breaking tackles.
He's down inside the 5.
He's just running over people inside the 5. And Crest, who has scored on 4 of their 5 possessions in this game, on the verge of putting some more. Ball is at the inside the 5, so it's 2nd and goal. Maybe the 3, I should say.
Oh, I think it's closer to the 5, Tim.
Yeah.
Chargers and the Wildcat.
Green going to keep it.
No, that's
P.J. Brooks.
Brooks on the keeper.
Of course, we know P.J. first time we're seeing him. And you know about that depth. You can bring in P.J., who, of course, starting quarterback last season. It's going to be 3rd and goal to the ball inside the 2 now.
And we got another Chargers shaking up on the play. And I tell you, with the heat and humidity here, the cramps might start showing their ugly face in the second half, Tim.
Rob, been a great drive for Crest, but they have been dealing with a couple of pretty rough hits and some injuries here.
Yeah, guys, I think we've seen a couple players maybe get the win. I'll tell them on that play right there, like PJ fell out on the point of the ball, it looked like.
Yeah.
Well, you know, if anybody's played that game, and the point of that ball can hurt, and it looked like that's what happened there, PJ, when he went down and just fell on the point of the football.
And you remember P.J. Brooks left Winston-Salem or out of the stadium in an ambulance last December, and he took that violent hit, and you can see a good shot of him right now.
Not only
the trainers.
Not only PJ hurt on that play, but I saw one of the linemen for Crest limping, Tim.
That was Keener, I think. Keener, had a little bit of a limp, and you see a good, looks like one of the South Point trainers as well. Rob mentioned it looks like PJ just trying to catch his breath. Good to see him get on his feet. The senior getting a nice ovation across the way by the Crest faithful. So with 8:52, Crest looking at a 3rd and goal inside the 2. And they are in that Wildcat here.
Receiver to the left side. Snap right up the middle.
Touchdown.
Touchdown for the Chargers.
Trey Harbison with his 3rd touchdown of the night, and it's 34-0 Crest. And the big play on that drive, Andy, was that tip pass that Crest was able to bring in for a nice gain. Okay, Rob, Crest has scored on now 5 out of 6 possessions as we go down to you.
I'll tell you what, the Chargers continue to play well, guys, here in the opening game of the 2014 season. Trey in until the extra point for the Chargers. There's a snap, ball is down, the kick is up, And it looks like that kick is good. So on the scoring update, sponsored by Medical Arts Pharmacy, it's still a shutout. The Chargers 35, the Red Raiders 0. You're listening to Crest Chargers football on KTCBroadcasting.com.
As the spring season rolls in, remember Shelby Hardware for all the rental equipment you need to get those lawns and gardens in shape. Shelby Hardware's rental equipment includes blowers, string trimmers, vacuums, lawnmowers, aerators, spikers, spreaders, edgers, tillers, and ladders. And Shelby Hardware's small engine repair shop can service and repair all your lawn and garden equipment. Shelby Hardware, serving Cleveland County since 1979. Located at 506 South Lafayette Street, Shelby.
Chargers had another touchdown here in the third quarter. They lead it 35-0 over South Point on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Jam & J's Pizza Factory kickoff coming for Alex Trejo. And it is through the end zone for the touchback.
Another nice kick by the senior Alex Trejo, and South Point will have their first possession of this second half. It's been all Crest tonight so far. What a performance we have seen on both sides of the ball as Jaquan Brooks will bring the Red Raiders back out. 1st and 10.
Brooks sending double wides right, a receiver wide left. He's up under center. Brooks, handoff over the left side. Oh, 40, 45, 50, and into Crest territory. Atherton
right up the middle with a great gain. And you get that kind of yards, huge gain, 32 yards for Atherton. It's 1st and 10, Red Raiders at the Charger 48-yard line. That middle wide open on that run.
Double wides, right, a receiver left. Brooks under center. Brooks again hands it off up the middle, this time not much, a couple or three. Atherton again to the 45 of the Chargers.
Jared Brooks made the tackle for Crest.
2nd and 7. 8:05 left third quarter. This game started late tonight at 8:05. The officials late showing up here. Red ball, receiver right side. Atherton over the right side.
Nice run again, broke a tackle.
Goes to the 40.
So it's going to be right at that first down mark. I think a little shorter will be 3rd and 1. Hopper made the tackle.
Spotted at the Charger 39. 2nd and 1, or 3rd and 1 it is. Red Raiders up with double wides right side. Brooks under center. Brooks hands off again. Atherton got a first down to the 33.
And Atherton, Andy, just putting that head down, moving forward, and broke another tackle. Willis able to finally get him down, and he is gaining some yards on a nice drive here for the Red Raiders. Andy, you know one thing about their offense. You're not going to shut them down all night. We're seeing a nice drive here.
1st and 10, Charger 33 for the Red Raiders. Double wides left. Brooks under center. Brooks.
Oh, what a shot.
Football and is spun down at the 30.
Atherton take a shot, Andy. He didn't get the ball. Brooks did a good job to break away and get a couple of yards.
2nd and 7 at the 30 for the Red Raiders. 6.5 left third quarter. It's 35-0 Crest. Double wides left. Brooks under center. And a whistle.
And do we have a timeout? Yep, Crest has called a timeout. They saw something they didn't like, so at the 6:17 mark, we will keep it right here. South Point, with one of their better offensive drives, they're going to see if they can capitalize on it. And does give both teams a chance to get a little bit of water. Andy, that was, let's go back to that first offensive possession for Crest to start the second half. Good drive. We talked about wanting to continue to play well, and they did on that drive, and capped off by another Trey Harbison touchdown run.
Yeah, Trey's having a great night, as we expected might be the case here tonight. You know, the Redbone offense has been real strong for years for the Red Raiders, but when you're down 35-0, it takes a long time to score.
And you're right, and you're getting down the field, but you're, as you mentioned, Andy, not throwing it, having to pound with it, but you're running a lot of clock down. As we will look at a 2nd and 7 at the 30 coming out of this timeout. Mickey Lineberger talking to his offense.
Double wide, split left. Brooks under center. Brooks, hands off right up the middle, not much, maybe a yard.
Atherton again.
Feaster on the tackle.
Feaster made the stop.
That was the fullback, number 32, Atherton. And it's going to be 3rd and 5.
Yep, 3rd and 5.
Under 6 minutes to go in this third quarter of play here in Belmont tonight.
Again, double wide, split left. Wing to the left. And we got a whistle when the ball was handed off.
Looks like somebody may have moved a little bit early, but let's see if that's the case. I think one of the receivers may have moved, Andy, for the Red Raiders. No, it's on the Chargers.
Encroachment against the Chargers. That's a first down for the Red Raiders.
No mistake by Crest, and South Point, see if they can capitalize now with a first down. Ball will be spotted at the 23 of Crest. That's first penalty of the night for the Chargers. They said they initially they're going to move the chain. Yeah, indicated it is a first down for South Point.
Wide receiver left and right. Raiders in the red bone. Brooks again up under center. Brooks, keeper trying to get outside, in trouble, down at the 23, maybe the 24.
Omar Brooks, Andy, certainly going to be a candidate tonight for our defensive player of the game when it's all said and done. He's been all over the field. Andy, he's got to be one of the top 5 defensive linemen in this state, I would argue, with anybody as good as he is.
Football at the 24. 2nd and 10. Double wides left. Brooks under center. Brooks rolling to his left. Still rolling. Wants to throw it. Now keeps the football and he throws it out of bounds.
Be 3rd down. Good pressure again by the Chargers. And he had some success throwing early in the game, but it has really not had that since that first quarter.
Nobody open.
It's 3rd and 11. We talked about how good this Crest defense could be coming into 2014. So many weapons, lots of seniors that have played so many big games over the last couple of seasons. And we've seen some evidence of that tonight.
4:40 to play, third quarter, 35-0 Chargers. Wide receiver, wide left. Redbone, Brooks. Back to throw, and a flag is down. Delay of game.
Yep, took too long that time.
Red Raiders.
And now they're in a 3rd and 16. Been a lot of 3rd longs tonight. This South Point offense has.
So 3rd and 16, Red Raiders back at the 29-yard line of the Chargers. Double wides left. Brooks under center. Brooks rolling to his left. Still rolling.
Serious trouble.
He is tackled at the 40.
They have had no answer for that Crest defensive line. Malik Hopper, Andy, in there. A couple of Chargers slow to get up. Rob, another example of this defensive line just dominating as we've seen tonight.
Guys, it's like we were talking down here, the speed that they're playing with right now. I mean, Brooks isn't a slow individual. I mean, the kid can move, and give this defense a lot of credit for the way they're pursuing and really causing the field to widen.
And he just has no time at all now to find a receiver downfield. They're going for a 4th and 23.
Football at the Charger 37. Double wides, right, a receiver to the left.
Do a trick play.
Back to Muse, going to throw it over the middle and intercepted. Ball loose on the ground, picked up by the Red Raiders down to the 11-yard line.
He had it just long enough to be a catch, and Andy, that's a way to get a first down. Dominique Roseborough saved the touchdown for South Point. Good job for them to pick it up. Tariq Ramsor picks it up, Andy. And they picked it up, and you got to give them credit. And that time, Ramsor probably, and he said 5 yards, should have just went down. So big break for South Point. Let's see if they can capitalize.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the Crest 12 after the Charger interception and then the Charger fumble.
2 turnovers on that same play by both teams.
Double wides left, receiver to the right. Handoff right up the middle, not much. Atherton, I believe.
Andy, remember Ramsey were playing for Oates tonight, so give him credit on the interception, but tried to do a little too much with it. And South Point did a good job of ripping that ball loose and picking up the fumble.
2nd and 8 at the 10-yard line of the Chargers for the Red Raiders. Three minutes to play, 3rd quarter. Receiver left and right. Redbone. Here's Brooks, going to pitch it. And down near the 7-yard line.
Washam, Andy, that did a good job. That's the first time we've seen him really go out on that wing back coming in to make the running play. And it's going to be 3rd and about 2, maybe 3. 2.5 minutes in this 3rd quarter. Crest leads at 35-0, but South Point looking to put points up on the board for the first time tonight.
3rd down at the Crest 5. Receiver wide right, Redbone. Brooks under center. Brooks hand it off, and that's a touchdown, Red Raiders.
They took advantage of the turnover, Andy, and the Red Raiders make it 35-6. Rob, one thing about the Red Raiders, there'll be no quit. They took advantage of that fumble, picked it up, and they make it a 35-6 game as we head down to you.
Hey, look, guys, the big play, the interception, and then the fumble, and you give them in a good position, but it was like Nick Farmer in to attempt the extra point here for the Red Raiders as the Charger faithful doing the chop to help them out. The kick is up, and, guys, it looks like that kick was no good from here, but, whoa, guys, they gave it to him, but it looked like it may have been wide left. The officials stopped for a minute and did give it to him. So the scoreboard update, sponsored by Medical Arts Pharmacy, is now the Chargers 35, the Red Raiders 7. This is Crest Chargers football on KTCBroadcasting.com.
There's nothing like a Bobcat to cut grass, and there's no better deal than right now to own a new Bobcat from West End Sales in Vail. For only $101 a month, you can be mowing on your new Bobcat with 0% financing for 54 months. See the Bobcat Fast Cat R2 with a big 22 horsepower Kawasaki engine and a big 52-inch cut and a heavy-duty frame weighing 850 pounds, plus a 3-year, 300-hour warranty. Only $101 per month at West End Sales, Highway 2718 North Intersection, Vail. Old Man Winter is just around the corner. It's time to fill up your tank.
Red Raiders on the board, 35-7 Chargers. On the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard, 2:16 to play, 3rd quarter. Farmer, Jammin' Jay's Pizza Factory kickoff for South Point. Roseborough and Brooks are deep. And this time, he kicks it deep, and it is going to roll out of bounds.
Crest will have good field position. So South Point gets on the board. Washam for a 5-yard touchdown run to make it 35-7 now at the 2:16 mark.
And if you're Crest, you want to answer this touchdown.
Yeah, we've talked about Andy. Focus for 4 quarters, 48 minutes from all season long, and let's see if they can do that now.
I'm sure it's still in the memories of these Chargers that played in that state title game, that second half collapse.
Yep. They've scored on their opening possession of this second half. This is another nice and could be a positive one here late in the third quarter.
Shotgun double wides left, a receiver to the right side, one back.
Well, we've got another back, number 6, Andy.
Here's a handoff right up the middle, and
ball's loose.
The ball fumbled, and the Red Raiders have it at the Charger 40-yard line.
Andy, that was who had come in was Straquan Hopper, who fumbles on his first carry, and they give the Red Raiders the ball right back. And so South Point at the 2:08 mark, and Andy, you talk about this team can strike quick, and you give them confidence. Mental mistake for the Chargers. So Hopper fumbles, South Point 2 turnovers for Crest in the last minute.
Yeah, that's a bad habit. You do not want to start in the.
Yeah, giving Harbison a rest on that possession.
Double wides right, receiver to the left. Brooks, quarterback keeper. Brooks swarmed under for a loss.
Good pursuit. Chris Willis was in there to make the tackle. Chris has had a nice game tonight. And the good news, even though you've had 2 turnovers, you're up 4 touchdowns. But you talked about habits. You don't want habits to form, as you've seen. And give South Point credit. They are fighting hard, even though they're down in this game.
Lost back to about the 41, 2nd and 11 Red Raiders. Receiver wide right. Raiders in the red bone. Brooks under center. Brooks hands off over the right side, about 3 yards. Atherton to the 37.
Atherton with a lot of carries in this third quarter. Under a minute now to go in the third. Willis again in there.
3rd and 7, Red Raiders, Charger 37-yard line. Receiver to the left, in fact, double wides left. Wing to the left, Brooks under center. Brooks rolling back, under pressure, still under pressure, and he is walked down back at midfield. Flag is there.
They're going to call the face mask, Andy, and that's going to give South Point. Crest is just, Andy, giving the Red Raiders with mental mistakes. 15 yards, that'll be most likely a first down. They're going to call the horse collar or the face mask, probably. Personal foul, face mask, and Crest in the last few minutes, and just some mental mistakes. Did a good job moving, getting Brooks on the run, but they're extending drives for the Red Raiders right now.
Yeah, the mark-off will be to the Chargers. Well, it's marked from the previous spot, so that'll take it down inside the Crest 20.
Yep, and the Red Raiders now should have had him out of there. Willis reached out, grabbed that face mask. And let's see if South Point can capitalize and try to cut this to a 3-touchdown game.
Receiver left and right, red bone. And the handoff up the middle.
Still on his feet.
Atherton dragging tacklers with him.
And Atherton has broke a lot of tackles. And I don't know why the clock is stopped. Well, it has because we had a helmet come off. Now the clock's running. We're down to 12 seconds.
Football at the 19. 2nd and 7.
And I think that'll wrap up this third quarter.
Yep, that's going to do it for the third quarter. After 3 quarters on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard, Crest in front of South Point, 35-7. Back with the fourth quarter after this on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Or kerosene from Energy Direct in Shelby. They promise to beat anybody's price. Check with Energy Direct in Shelby before you fill it up for winter. Just give them a call at 704-482-0351. Again, that's 704-482-0351. They will beat anybody's price on home heating oil and kerosene. Guaranteed. Energy Direct, 1629 South Lafayette Street, Shelby.
Back at Lineberger Stadium as we head to the fourth quarter on KTCBroadcasting.com. Crest leads South Point 35-7 with the Red Raiders trying to put their second touchdown on the board in about the last 4 or 5 minutes of gameplay. And Andy, they've been able to do it because Crest has had a couple of penalties. They've had two turnovers along with 3 penalties. And the Red Raiders are starting to get this ground attack going, and they are looking to cut into this lead as we start the fourth quarter.
And sometimes, even though physically you're prepared, you become mentally fatigued, and Crest's not very mental the last couple of minutes in this football game.
The Red Raiders, as we've talked about, they're even down, they're going to be focused till the very end.
Second down at the Charger 18. Brooks under center with the receiver left and right. Brooks going to pitch the football, nowhere to go.
Great pursuit. And it looks like a Charger. Omar Brooks has got a cramp, Andy, as he was in. Again, he's got to be getting close to double digits in tackles tonight.
And Omar says, stay out of there. Stay back there. I'm not coming out, but he does.
We're cramping, and we're in the press box, I think, so I'm sure the players are tonight.
This is the hottest press box I've ever been in my career.
Well, it's been a rather warm day. 3rd and 12 at the 25.
Double wide right, a receiver left side, Brooks under center. Brooks back to throw. In trouble, still rolling, goes down the field, and it is caught at the 20-yard line.
So that'll bring up a 4th and about 8 maybe. Good job by Brooks again.
Pass is complete. Nolan Wilson.
That was Wilson on the catch.
Going to bring up 4th and 8.
4th and 8 at the Charger 20 for the Red Raiders.
Obviously, going to go for it here. And if you're Crest, you want to get this defense off the field.
Double wides right. Brooks under center. Brooks rolling to his right. Roll to his right. Now reverses his field. Goes down the field. Picked off by the Chargers.
Great defense. We've got a Charger who lost his helmet. Let's see who intercepted it. That was Tyreek Ramseur, Andy, and this time he is not going to lose it. Ramseur, a tremendous player. We talked about him for Jordan Oates tonight, and he was watching that, but it started with that good pressure again.
Yeah, Brooks in trouble again. Had to get rid of it. Threw it into a couple of Chargers.
Let's see, 3 turnovers now for South Point, 2 for Crest in this game. So that was the 3rd for the Red Raiders. Crest takes over at their own 25.
10-16 to play in the ball game. Double wides right, a receiver left, Chargers in the gun. Handoff left side.
And Andy, that is a new running back, of course, number 42, which is Malik Benson. We saw Benson. So Coach Barnes, we may have seen the end of Trey Harbison for tonight. Benson in, and I believe Cameron Peeler is in at quarterback as well.
Pickup of 2 to the 27. 2nd and 8 Chargers at their own 27.
So Peeler's in, Andy Benson is in the running back position.
Cam Peeler, the quarterback. Peeler.
The ball's on the ground.
Ball loose, and Peeler recovers it at the 20.
So Andy Benson has had some problems. We saw Traquan Hopper have some problems holding on to the ball.
Peeler falling on the loose ball.
Obviously right now with this lead, Crest running that clock down, looking to win their opener tonight and get ready for the Ashbrook Green Wave next Friday night.
It's 3rd and 15 for the Chargers at their own 20-yard line. Peeler in the gun. Double wides left and right. Peeler back to throw. Screen pass caught down the Left
He's still on
sideline.
his feet.
40-yard line, a first down.
Let's see who called it. A little screenplay. Great pass by Cameron Peeler, and that was Wesley Bullard. Andy Bullard is the 5'9 junior, or sophomore, excuse me. Be good to see some other Chargers getting in. That was a nice play and good blocking downfield for Bullard.
So 1st and 10 Chargers at their own 40. Big third down conversion for Peeler. Double wides, right of receiver left side.
Crest got a couple of substitutes offensively.
Peeler hands off over the right
Benson.
side. Benson across the 40 to the 41, picks up a yard. You're the Chargers. All you want to do now is run clock.
Yeah. Andy, how big will this be morally and just for the confidence of Crest to get this win here tonight?
Well, it's huge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think we could all agree, and the Charger faithful will agree, as Crest gets ready for the 2nd and 8.
Pick up to the 42, 2nd and 8. A bad snap.
And they moved early.
Movement early.
But 2 or 3 of the linemen moved for Crest.
5-yard penalty for legal procedure against the Chargers.
Has been a little sloppy in this last quarter for the Chargers of 10 minutes.
So the mark-off will take it back to the Charger 37. Second down and 13. Peeler in the gun.
There's another
high snap. Peeler can't get on it. The Red Raiders recover it.
Still loose, and Andy Crest, just sloppy ball. Coach Barnes, Andy, can't be happy with some of the Chargers that have come in, just some mental mistakes. And the Red Raiders will be back on the field with an opportunity to cut into this lead.
You know that you want to give some reserves playing time, but you can't risk this kind of sloppy play, Tim.
Yeah, it's been very sloppy. South Point's certainly going to take advantage of this. You got to believe now they've got it. They've had great field position on their last couple of possessions.
1st and goal at the Charger 10 after the turnover. That snap was 10 feet over Peeler's head.
Just not a good snap at all.
Here's a handoff right up the middle. Atherton to the 8.
I want to remind you, after tonight's game, it will be the Stadium Postgame Show sponsored by CSI Mechanical. We'll have postgame stats, scoring summary, and we'll be naming our players of the game tonight for the Crest Chargers.
7.5 left in the ball game. 35-7 Chargers. 2nd and goal at the 8 for the Red Raiders. Receiver left and right. Brooks under center. Brooks keeps the football in trouble down at the 8 or 9.
Yeah, lost his footing that time trying to cut back, and it'll be 3rd down.
A long night for Jaquan Brooks.
Jared Brooks, Jared Brooks, Omar Brooks, Chris Willis, and even Malik Copper all could be candidates for our defensive player of the game tonight.
Spotted at the 8, 3rd and goal there for the Red Raiders. Receiver left and right. Brooks under center. Brooks hands off up the middle. Atherton near the 6, maybe the 5.
Atherton with a nice second half.
Jared Brooks on the stop.
So it's 4th down for the Red Raiders. They've got to get in that end zone, obviously, here inside or just outside the 5. Clock running close to the 6-minute mark of this ball game.
And we got a timeout on the field to the Crest Chargers.
Yep. I think we'll keep it here, Andy. And as you mentioned, Coach Barnes probably not going to be happy with the way this team has played in general. But Andy, we talked about focus. We talked you get these habits. We saw Crest with some of these issues last year at times, and it's been a sloppy last 10 or 15 minutes. He's talking to the Chargers as they'll get ready for this 4th down play. And it has been good to see a lot of Chargers get in there. But if you're the Chargers, you're the faithful end, you got to be happy with the way that you have executed here tonight on a very, very warm night here in Belmont. So 4th down for the Red Raiders at the 5.
Red Raiders up to the line of scrimmage, double wides left side. Brooks under center. Brooks back to throw, rolling to his right. Goes toward the end zone, and it is caught. Touchdown. Nice play by the Red Raiders.
Yep, he was able to get on the other side, and he had a receiver wide open, Andy. And it's 35-13. And when he got outside, that's when he is very dangerous. Gave plenty of time for his receiver to cut back. Great job. Well, Rob, the Red Raiders have really outplayed Crest the last 10 minutes. The good news is Crest was in control there till that point as we head down to you.
Thank you very much, Tim. It was like Nick Farmer on to tip the extra point here for the Red Raiders. There's the snap, and guys, that one is blocked, so it is no good. On the scoreboard update, sponsored by Medical Arts Pharmacy. It's now the Chargers 35, the Red Raiders 13. This is Crest Chargers football on KTCBroadcasting.com.
It's reassuring to know that quick expert care is nearby. Carolina's Healthcare Urgent Care Shelby is now open and is staffed with experienced physicians, mid-level providers, nurses, and support personnel equipped with on-site laboratory and x-ray services. So keep our new location and contact information close by for immediate access to the region's preferred healthcare and largest physicians network. Carolina's Healthcare Urgent Care, 1010 East Dixon Boulevard, Shelby.
Red Raiders get on the board with 6:05 to play in the ball game. Extra point no good. It's 35-13 Crest on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard.
Brooks with his first touchdown pass through the air tonight. And let's see, Andy, if Sapoint's going to look for some kind of squib onside kick here. They're going to fight to the very end. There's no doubt about that. This program is going to fight hard to the very end as they've cut it to a 22-point Crest lead.
Chargers looking for the onside kick. And he kicks it away, taken at the 15-yard line and falling down with it at the 20-yard line.
That was Thompson, Andy. I don't know if he slipped or just fell down. Yeah, it looked like he just wanted to go down there. So Crest, Andy, we'll see here if Crest, we'll see if he comes back out here offensively. $5:52 to go.
Peeler, the quarterback.
Yep. So that's Hopper back in at running back. Excuse me, Andy.
Double wides left, receiver to the right. And Hopper on the carry left side, got a big hole, and he spun down at about the 28-yard line.
So Traquan Hopper with a nice run. Well, we've certainly got a lot of candidates for our offensive, defensive, and overall player of the game that we'll be naming in our post-game show tonight. Crest is 5 minutes away from starting this season 1-0.
Spotted at the 27, 2nd and 3 for the Chargers. Double wides right, a receiver to the left side. Peeler now the quarterback with one back. Peeler eating up the clock. Takes a snap. Here's Hopper over the left side.
That's Vincent.
Vincent across the 40 to the 43.
They got a good block on the outside that time to get another Pegram Insurance Charger first down. Stowe made the good block that time by that left side of the Crest offensive line.
1st and 10 Crest. Their own 42 is where they will spot it. 4:36 to play. Peeler in the gun.
Peeler's waiting to let that clock run down.
Peeler takes a snap.
He's going to
keeps it, and he is met head up at the line of scrimmage and slammed down.
Ross made the tackle of Peeler, and you got to take that ball in. He was holding it out a little bit. That could be a recipe for a fumble. Good job by Louse to make the tackle, and it's 2nd and 11. 4 minutes to go in the game.
2nd and 10.
Once again, big thanks to Austin Bishop doing a great job on camera tonight, and our entire crew. We'll be at Sid Bryson Stadium. We'll be on the next Friday night at 6:30 for Crest and Ashbrook.
Got another good one for you next Friday night here on KTCBroadcasting.com. Double wides left, receiver to the right, Peeler in the gun. Peeler hands it off. Vinson this time thrown for a loss.
Good pursuit that time.
Lost back to the 38.
The ball carrier, Toby Staple.
Third down for the Chargers at 15.
Crest had a 28-0 halftime lead tonight.
13.
And they're letting that clock run down. We're getting close to now 3 minutes. Rob Roop will also be with head coach Mark Barnes and get his thoughts about this victory tonight.
Double wides, right of receiver left side. Peeler awaits the snap out of the shotgun. Peeler hands off, another loss. Back to the 35.
That was Steele made it, big 78. Made the tackle, and Crest will have to punt.
But this is wholesale substitutions for the Chargers, Tim.
And it's good to see a lot of guys, as we talked about during the break, get some playing time tonight. Trejo, let's see if he can get a good punt off here in the final couple of minutes of this game. Classy move, as we've talked about, by the Chargers here tonight.
Trejo to punt it from the 25. Good snap and the kick.
What a kick.
Beautiful high kick. Hits down at the 35 across the 30 and will roll dead near the 25. And I tell you,
great kick.
Trejo's got a good average on the punts tonight.
Yeah, he's done a great job. And Red Raiders will take over with 2:06. Down 35-13. And Andy, we've got some substitutions now defensively for the Chargers as well. 1st and 10 at the 25.
2:06 to play. Chargers lead at 35-13. Double wides left and right. And quarterback keeper got a new quarterback for the Red Raiders, and he is pushed back at the line of scrimmage.
That's Nolan Wilson, Andy, the junior, 5'11", 158-pounder. And good class, Andy. Good respect by both these squads. Seeing a lot of players getting in on both ends. So Nolan Wilson in the quarterback position. They actually gave him a yard out of that, Andy, somehow or another.
2nd and 9 at the 26. Wilson under center. Double wides, left receiver to the right. And here is the pitch play. And just back to the line of scrimmage there.
Washington on the carry for the Red Raiders. And South Point gets ready for Lincolnton here next Friday night. Good Lincolnton team will be coming into town for week 2.
Less than a minute left in the ball game.
Crest is going to come in and get a huge win to kick off 2014. And we remind you to stay with us for our post-game show. A lot still to come tonight.
Double wides left, receiver to the right. Wilson under center. Wilson hands off. Pick up to about the 30.
And that may be the final play of this game tonight.
Down to 25 seconds to play. 4th down.
That's going to do it. The Crest faithful on their feet across the way. Big win tonight for the Chargers to come here to Belmont and win it. Great performance on both sides of the ball.
And that breaks a 42-game win streak of the regular season for the Red Raiders.
That will wrap it up and wrap up this game tonight. Good win for Crest.
Final score on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. Crest Chargers 35, South Point Red Raiders 13. Back with the post game after this time out on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Is Shelby's favorite locally owned family pizza restaurant, featuring a pizza buffet and salad bar, a fantastic game room, and birthday parties. Jam & J's has gluten-free pizza, vegan cheese pizza, and now try the La Nova wings in barbecue, hot and spicy, or oven roasted. And Jam & J's is the original home for the Livermus pizza. Want to eat at home and watch the game? Call for carryout at 704-600-6182. Jam & J's Pizza Factory, Highway 74 East, behind the Golden Corral in Shelby. Neal & Cole Termite and Pest Control has been voted the best of for 5 straight years. Call us for all your pest control, termite control, moisture control, waterproofing, and mold remediation needs. Call them at their toll-free number, 1-866-990-0004. Neal & Cole Termite and Pest Control. That toll-free number again, 1-866-990-0004.
Do you know what Putnam Distributor sells? Auto parts, truck parts, stuff for all sorts of equipment, plus 25 brands of motor oil, hydraulic fluids, filters, batteries, even nuts and bolts, and all at low, low prices. Putnam Distributors is located in downtown Patterson Springs, just 5 minutes from Kmart and the Cleveland Mall. Go south on Highway 226 or Highway 180 and just follow the signs. Putnam's prices are low on everything and for everybody. Call 704-487-9395 or visit them online at PutnamDistributors.com.
CSI Mechanical and Stephen Churka are dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. CSI Mechanical offers residential heating, cooling installation, replacement extended service agreements, and free in-home estimates. CSI also features commercial refrigeration sales, service, installation, and repairs. CSI can also repair your ice machine flaker and cold tables. Family owned and operated, offering 24-hour service. You can count on CSI Mechanical to provide you with a system and solution to fit your needs. CSI Mechanical, a proud supporter of the Crest Chargers football postgame show in 2012. Call 704-600-6267 or visit them on the web at csimechanical.com. CSI Mechanical, a name you can trust.
Crest Chargers win their season opener over the Red Raiders of South Point, 35-13. The final tonight on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard. The Chargers are 1-0 and headed home to take on the Green Wave of Ashbrook next Friday night.
And Andy, as we welcome you into the Absolute Collusion post-game, or excuse me, CSI Mechanical post-game show, my fault there. Crest does something tonight that not a lot of teams can do here, Andy, and that is win a ball game. You talked about it. South Point won 42 in a row in the regular season. Crest comes in, and Rob Roop will momentarily be with Coach Barnes. He's talking with the Chargers. Just a dominating performance. South Point, I thought a big play in this game, Andy, when you look back, was that 4th and 2 stop that Crest got defensively. They really opened up, but this was a great attack led by, talk about that Crest defensive line, first of all. Is there one that's got to be much better in this, at least in Western North Carolina?
It's going to be hard to find. Omar Brooks, Jared Brooks, Willis, they played super up front tonight defensively.
They did a great job tonight, putting a lot of pressure. And Rob Roop, whenever you get head coach Mark Barnes, we'll let you take it away, as we are back in our post-game show tonight. But it was a great performance. Momentarily, we'll have our Putnam Distributors post-game stats. We'll be naming our offensive, defensive, and overall player of tonight's game. And, Andy, it's got to feel good for the Chargers to get a win like this here tonight in Belmont, which is very tough.
Got to be a great confidence booster.
All right, Rob Roop, whenever you're ready, we'll head down to you. And Rob's getting ready down with head coach Mark Barnes.
All right, guys, down here on the field with head coach Mark Barnes. Coach, it's been a long time since the Chargers have walked out of this stadium with a victory against the Red Raiders.
It has, they've been a great football program, and we got a ton of respect for them, and that's why tonight is so special. They're a classy program. Coach Lineberg and them, I don't know if there's anybody I got more respect for than him and his group. we were just better than them tonight. We played better than them tonight. Our guys defensively played really, really well. Coach Clark and our defensive staff got to get a lot of credit for having our young men prepared defensively and offensively. We were two-dimensional early in the game and when we needed to be, and we just made a lot of good things happen for us tonight and got them behind. And we always felt like if you could get them behind, we just never been able to get them behind. That the game gets a little tougher for them. But I take my hat off to our whole football team, but especially our defense and offensively early. We took advantage of some situations.
Coach, a lot of talk in the preseason. The kids heard about this Crest football team, but we all know the game's not played on paper. How do you keep the kids in check? Now you get off 1-0 start. What do you do going into next week?
Hey, you're ready for Ashbrook. If our players don't have respect for Ashbrook, they ain't been watching film and playing in games because that team's battled us tough. The thing I told our players this week is we're going to prepare for South Point just like we would anybody else. It's no different game. We're not going to look at it as a bunch of new stuff. We're not going to do new stuff defense. We're going to believe in what we do and believe in our system and what we've worked on every day. And, we got to continue to do that next week. Just make sure that the only thing we can control is us, and let's be the best football team we can be. And, I'm sure we'll be banged up a little bit. School starts Monday. That's always a challenge. Anytime you change your routine, things get a little crazy. So hopefully all that'll go well. And but we look forward to another good week. We got a lot of respect for Ashbrook as well. But tonight we're going to really appreciate the victory tonight. And it is so special, and this is a compliment to South Point because of the type of program they are and what their program stands for, and it has been a while for us. But tonight was our night, and we did a lot of good things tonight on both sides of the ball.
Coach, I know you had to be happy. You look out there in your secondary and you see number 2 back here again. Good to have Dominique back after last year.
Yeah, Dominique, good to see, we're talking about on the ride over here, we got a lot of guys. That's why I did feel good about tonight. We got a lot of guys who played in this game against this offense a couple times, some of them, and got to be better because of our experience. But yeah, Dominique being on the field defensively is a bonus for us, obviously, and especially with Jordan Oates being hurt. We were playing without a great player tonight, and so we got more depth there. Tyree Ramseur, the junior, stepped up from JV program, did a great job, I said all along, we got a lot of depth this year. And Aaron Ramseur went out early. Tavion Brentley goes in there as a sophomore linebacker, and everybody thinks we're old, but if you really look at us, we're experienced, but we're not that old. We've got a lot of youth playing on the field, especially offensively at skill positions.
Coach, congratulations.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Guys, let's send it back up to you.
Okay, thank you, Rob Roop. Saw a good shot of Rob Roop there with head coach Mark Barnes, and Crest wins it tonight, Andy, 35-13 to go to 1-0, and Coach Barnes, so no doubt about it, has to be ecstatic with the way his team played. He talked about physically dominated. They did that tonight.
Yeah, they were ready to play even after that 35-minute delay. They dominated the first half and put it away here early tonight. And if you can shut down Brooks the way Crest did, you're going to do well against the Red Raiders, but few people can do that.
Well, we'll see what other defenses can do with that young man later as this season progresses. Let's look at our post-game stats, sponsored by Putnam Distributors. Crest got on the board first at the 5:40 mark. Trey Harbison, 2-yard touchdown run. Alex Trejo's extra point was getting him a 7-0 Crest. Then it was Willie Green Jr. going to the air. Tyshawn Odom, 86-yard touchdown pass. They connected. Odom with a spectacular run downfield, cutting in and out, weaving into the end zone. Extra point was getting him was 14-0. Crest with Harbison's second TD of the night made it 20-0 on a 4-yard touchdown run. Extra point made it 21-0. Andy, that was a big score with 31 seconds. After a South Point turnover, it was Green to Odom the second time they connected up. 28-0, and that was big, a 4-touchdown lead at the half.
Yeah, that was certainly a big touchdown. The Chargers were dominating at halftime.
In the second half, give South Point credit. They were a lot tougher. Harbison did get a score at the 8:40 mark to make it 35-0. But here comes the Red Raiders, and they didn't quit. They fought hard. The Etherton, their solid running back, he broke a tackle, got a 5-yard run. Farmer's kick was good. It was 35-7 Crest. And then, Andy, it was Brooks who went to the end zone on a 4th down play, 5-yarder. Farmer's kick was blocked, 35-13. That was 6 minutes to go in the game, and that is our final. When we come back, we'll have our final post-game stats. We'll name our players of the game. Crest is 1-0. They win it 35-13. We're back after this.
Transportation Administration of Cleveland County and Cleveland County Transit would like to take this time to remind everyone that drugs like marijuana, alcohol, prescription drugs, and inhalants are the drugs of choice among our teens. They break hearts, break homes, and destroy childhood dreams. It's not just someone else's child, it could be yours. If you're not talking to your children about drugs, doesn't it make you wonder who is? TAC and Cleveland County Transit would like to wish all of our Cleveland County school athletic teams good luck this year. Norris Merchandise's beautiful furniture with bedroom, living room, and dining room furniture by the famous brands. Norris Merchandise's hardware, everything from nuts and bolts to lawnmower blades. Norris Merchandise's Carhartt clothing, featuring Carhartt workwear, casual wear, and rugged outdoor wear. And Norris Merchandise is an archery shop with a complete line of archery equipment and accessories. That's Norris Merchandise, 2011 South Lafayette Street, Shelby, online at norrismerchandise.com or on Facebook.
Here, lizard, lizard, lizard.
Crest wins it tonight over the South Point Red Raiders, 35-13, the final on the Medical Arts Pharmacy scoreboard.
Let's get to our postgame stats, sponsored by Putnam Distributors. We'll start out with the South Point Red Raiders, 0-1 on the season. They were led tonight on the ground by Rylan Etherton, 24 carries, 93 yards. He did have a touchdown on the night. Jaquan Brooks had 14 carries for 1 yard. On the night, Ben Washam, 4 carries, 4 yards. It was Jeffrey Purcell, 2 carries, 3 yards through the air. Jaquan Brooks, 4 of 7, 43 yards. He hit Nolan Wilson for the touchdown catch, 1 for 5. He had a touchdown pass, of course. Donovan Stowe had a catch for 22 yards on the night. Ray Davis a catch for 5 yards. South Point ends up tonight with 10 first downs, 4 turnovers, 30 yards in penalties, and 146 total yards of offense. The Crest Chargers are 1-0, and they were led on the ground tonight by Trey Harbison. He had 18 carries, 125 yards, and 3 touchdowns for the junior. Also on the night, Traquan Hopper had 1 carry for 12 yards. Malik Benson had 5 carries for 13 yards. P.J. Brooks had a carry for 3 yards. Devontae Husky had a carry for 16 yards. In the air, Willie Green Jr., Andy, 5 of 9, 140 yards. I thought a good start for the junior tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Really shined out there at quarterback.
Threw 2 touchdown passes, and he went, of course, to Tyshawn Odom. 3 catches, 98 yards, 2 touchdown receptions on the night for the receiver who did a great job. Crest, 13 first downs, 3 turnovers, 25 yards and penalties. And listen to these numbers, Andy. 160 yards through the air, 157 on the ground, 317 for the game. Very balanced attack for the Crest Chargers. Time now to name our Rapid Pace Oil Change Defensive Player of the Game. And, boy, this Crest defensive line played well. The secondary played well. Andy, you could have named a couple different guys, but a young man who was the Defensive Player of the Year in the SMAC, he looks even fitter, even more dangerous. They couldn't block Omar Brooks. What a game tonight. He had to have at least 10 or 11 tackles.
Omar Brooks, super game. He gave Jaquan Brooks all he could handle tonight. A great job by Omar up front.
Andy, we had a lot of candidates for Offensive Player of the Game, but we talked about it. He did it through the air tonight. Willie Green Jr., 5 of 9, 140 yards, 2 touchdown passes, our Offensive Player of the Game.
Yeah, Willie not only threw the ball well, he ran that offense extremely well tonight.
And our SNR Auto Sales overall player of the game, boy, he had big yards, and when he goes north and south, as Rob Root mentioned, he is hard to bring down. Overall player of the game tonight, Andy, Trey Harbison, 18 carries, 125, 3 touchdowns. Big night for the junior.
Yeah, a great night for Trey, and I think we're going to see a lot of great nights out of the junior this season.
Rob Root has joined us back in the booth here as we wrap things up on ktcbroadcasting.com, and Rob, just a great performance tonight. To be able to come here and get any kind of victory is special, but to play the way that they did tonight, and I thought it started on both lines, did a great job physically. Rob, that defensive line is going to be, it's got to be one of the best in the state. You told me that before the season.
Yeah, I felt like coming in, this may be the best defensive line we'd seen with their size, the speed, and it was impressive. Able to really contain Brooks tonight, and it says a lot about what they were able to do. And the key now is to stay focused. I mean, you got a big game next week against Ashbrook, maybe a beat-up Ashbrook team from what we're hearing. But
also a motivated one, no matter what happens.
Talk about long winning streaks against the team. The Chargers, play well against Green Wave, and the Green Wave just keeps to come up just a little bit short.
Yeah, so, and that's a little scary sometimes.
Absolutely, so the Chargers need to be ready.
And, Rob, next week you're going to see, obviously, a totally different offense, a spread offense that can make big plays.
Spread team, they want to get off a lot of plays, and it'll be interesting to see what the Chargers do against that and how that translates against this defense.
No doubt about that. Great win tonight, and Coach Barnes, he's got to be happy because a solid performance coming in, especially after that delay we talked about.
That's it. You wondered how that could affect either team, and so that was good to see. As you said, I mean, you just can't say enough positives about coming to South Point and getting a win because it is such a difficult place to come and play. And so like you said, it was a good win tonight for the Chargers.
Great job, Rob Roop. Great job, Austin Bishop, the whole crew tonight. And Andy, we'll get ready for next Friday night. Crest and Ashbrook will be on at 6:30. Reminder, it's already going. The Ronaldo Auto Mall post-game show. Dennis Davis, Tom Sinafani, Terry Reinhardt, Steve Roberts. You can check it out right now on the on 1390 AM, 1590 AM, 1050 AM, or ktcbroadcasting.com. And Andy, we'll look forward to the home opener next Friday night. Let's see if the Chargers can start out 2-0 this season.
Chargers win their opener 35-13 over the Red Raiders. We'll see you next Friday night at Sid Bryson Stadium. For the whole gang, so long from Belmont, and Crest Charger Football is a presentation of ktcbroadcasting.com.